very much for coming, everyone. I know you have many more important things to do tonight than listen to me, okay? You could be home with your families, playing with your children, wives, husbands, friends, but you're not. You're technical people. You're worldly people. You care about what's going on in the world, especially for technology. There we go. Does that work? Okay, yeah, that's a little better. I have several children, so I'm used to speaking loudly, right? It's always nice to come to Turkey. I think my family thinks I have a family in Turkey, and they're right, I do. It's you. I've been here many times. I've lost count. 37, 42, 50, it's many times. I come here with my children. They've been here. We've driven all over Turkey. We go to Istanbul, Antalya, Cappadocia, Diyarbakir. That's interesting. Okay? And everywhere we go, we meet smart people, nice people, people who understand the world. It's you. Okay? So thanks for giving up your night tonight. Did we tell you this is a 4-hour speech? No, it's not. It's 10 minutes? No. You came all the way here, not for 10 minutes. Don't think about the time. Think of how addicted we are to our smartphone, our clock. Let's don't look at our clock. Let's step back and think, what is the clock of the future? Where is the future? What's going on in the future? Where are we technically today, and where could we be, where should we be a few years from now? I know nothing about politics, nothing about Donald, what's his name? Trump? I don't know about sports, cooking, but aviation is my business. It's all I've done. Many years ago, I'm an old guy. I was born in the 50s, okay? You're smart. You can do the math. I'm a pilot. I'm not a good pilot. But I'm okay. I'm here. I haven't killed anyone yet. Not myself. That's the idea. But it's more than that. We want to succeed in life. Flying an airplane is very much like flying life. You can take off and go for a ride and have fun. 2 days later, you forgot about it. Isn't it better to have a plan? Yeah. Maybe you need to look at the forecast. The weather forecast. Oh yeah. What's the business weather? The economic weather? The flight plan weather? The weather's important. In real life, we can be a passenger or a driver. It's your choice. I prefer driving the airplane, my plane. But when I come to Turkey, my Cessna won't come to Ankara. I'm the passenger. The secret is knowing the difference. If we have 5 drivers in the airplane, we have a problem. We have 1 pilot and a backup pilot. Kind of like life. The question is, are we a passenger or a driver? My talk tonight, it might be 6 minutes, or 26 minutes, or 46 minutes. It doesn't matter. But it's not 26 minutes. We're going to think about how do we drive our life. Technically, what's important in your life? Turkey, aviation. It's my life. I think it's yours. Tonight we're going to talk about aviation software and hardware trends. What's happening in aviation worldwide? What's relevant to Turkey? Okay, let's begin. First, a definition. What is a forecast? It's, in my opinion, a prediction of the future today. So, most forecasts are obvious. Tomorrow, the weather in Ankara will be between 7 degrees and 15 degrees. Really, thank you. That's helpful. Most helpful forecasts have detail, accuracy. They're wrong. What's the problem? Most forecasts are emotional. They're given by humans for humans. It's mind candy. Sugar. You get addicted to sugar. Yeah. Mind candy, forecast. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, the news. Let's consider fake news. It's a recent term. I only heard it the last couple years. What can we credit? Social media, mass media. But really, fake forecasts have existed for years. They're fun. They're enjoyable. It's a hobby. But we have to separate. We want to know what's really happening in aviation. How's the world changing? What's my opinion of how we can benefit from that? Okay? I travel a little bit. To be honest, I live in LA, Los Angeles. I actually live in the oldest building in Los Angeles. Really. America's a young country. It's called the not-so-old building in Turkey. My building is 112 years old. You have many older buildings in Turkey. But it's funny. When I'm in my building, I think, who built this? They're not here today. What was their plan? Did they know their building would be here 110 years later? Well, human nature, we love forecasts. What's my horoscope? What's the crystal ball? What's going to happen? The stock market, the Turkish lira, politics. Help me. But humans believe things. If it's written black and white, it's our nature to believe it. Think about this. We've been trained. School. We train our children. Homework is always black and white. Computers are black and white, green, red, blue. Many colors. Okay? What can we believe? What should we believe? Let me tell you. Would you believe a weather forecast that said it's sunny next weekend and then it's raining? And the next week, it's sunny next weekend and it's raining. And the next, eventually, you should stop believing the forecast. If it's not right, we should change. But in today, we don't know who made the forecast, so we always believe it because we're taught to believe what's black or white. So I'm going to make forecasts to you in 2 minutes. I'm going to make 15 predictions. I hope to come back. Serdar, please invite me in 4 years and make me publish this forecast so you can evaluate, am I accurate or was I completely wrong? Was I like so many forecasts before? We need to calibrate the forecaster. Should you believe me? I don't know. Maybe not. Let's see. Consider. 4 years ago, in 2015, 4 years ago, I was here. Serdar Akoka, Bufat, Electronics Valley, invited me to give a speech. A similar speech. Vance, please give us 5 forecasts for aviation. I said, okay, that's difficult. I can make it easy. In 5 years, we will have airplanes. In 5 years, Turkey will have more people. That's easy. I didn't do that. I made some tough forecasts. So, should you believe me? I don't know. This is the forecast I made. You all have smartphones, computers. You can Google. Vance HILDERMAN, 2015 Ankara Aviation Forecast. I was thinking a week ago. I didn't write this speech until last week. The forecast might change. So I Googled my forecast. Should you believe me? Let's see. I made this activity. Okay? But first, these are other people's forecasts. Other people made these forecasts in 2016. Let's look. Let's have a little fun. Would you believe these people? We did. Everybody believed this. Number 1, Brexit. UK leaving Europe will cause massive British unemployment. Everybody's out of work. You will have autonomous driving cars, self-driving cars in 2 years. How was that? Bitcoin will be the dominant currency in 2017. Some elections will cause worldwide depression. Airbus, good company. My client. Airbus will permanently exceed Boeing, also my client, in sales by 2017. What do you think? They're all wrong. People made these forecasts. People standing in front of people, smart people, made these forecasts. People believed them. They made decisions. They changed careers, jobs, money, based on these forecasts. So I'm going to give you some forecasts in a few minutes. Maybe you should ignore them. Maybe they're wrong, just like this. So now, here's an interesting one. This is Lord Kelvin. Lord Kelvin. He's brilliant. Truly. He's truly much smarter than me. One of the famous British scientists. Degrees Kelvin, that's him. Lord Kelvin, the smart guy. Airplanes are impossible. What do you think? I think we see some wrong forecasts, okay? What's the problem? Nobody's accountable, okay? Turkish friends, you have children, you know children, or like me, you're still a child, okay? Children, would we tell our children, you must go to bed by 2100? But if you don't, it's okay. You should get good grades in school. But if you don't, it's okay. Is that what you do in Turkey? No. Nowhere. Children need parents. We should be friendly to our children, but we're not their friends. They have friends. We encourage their friends. We are their parents. Friends are friends. You love your friends. You're kind to your friends. Parents hold their children accountable. That's the difference. So let's see. Tonight, in the next 26 minutes, I'm going to make 15 predictions. I could be wrong. Truly. I don't know. It's a forecast. No one knows. Your human nature is to believe me because I have a suit on. I'm old. I'm acting intelligent. I was introduced as an intelligent guy. Ooh. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I just created this. But human nature, we believe it if it's written. Airplanes are impossible. Lord Kelvin. He must be right. So, should you believe me, you need to calibrate. Before we believe somebody, let's check their service history. That's an aviation term. Let's check their past history. Were they accurate? So, in Ankara, I came here 4 years ago. Short hair. I think it was brown. I think I had 3 less kilos. I'm pretty sure the last 4 days in Turkey, I love your food. I'm sure I gained 1 kilo. I'll be here 3 more days. I have 1 more kilo to go. But let's see. 4 years ago, I was here. Let's check my predictions. Internet, Google, you have a smartphone. This is public information. Let's see. I made these predictions. Public information, was I right? 2015, Serdar invited me. Vance, give us your 5 predictions. Okay. Number 5. Boeing and Airbus will transition. It won't be just Boeing and Airbus. They're going to acquire companies. They're going to change. There will be new players involved. What do we have now? Sukhoi, Russia. Mitsubishi, Regional Jet. Comac, 919. Embraer is now owned by Boeing. CMC, Eddie Marconi, Bombardier, the other B, is now 51%. It's Airbus. They changed the name of the airplane. It's Airbus. Okay? That old Boeing duopoly, 2 main competitors, is changing. That's important, Turkey. That's opportunity. You want change. Your enemy is no change. You want change. You want more opportunity, more profit, different activity. If nothing changes, you can't have that. The only way for you to have change is if things change. This is great news for you. That means everything is open for renegotiation, truly. New airframers, they don't have established framework. Turkey. Lower cost aircraft need lower cost suppliers. We're going to talk about your currency. You want to buy an iPhone? Sorry, it's more expensive. You want to go to New York on vacation? More expensive. But wait, there's a trade-off. Your cost is lower to foreigners. You can export more. It's not bad news. It's net zero, okay? We're going to talk about that in the next 26 minutes. Boeing and Airbus want greater competitiveness, new, less expensive suppliers. That's why they're changing, okay? Brazil, Japan, Russia, Bombardier. Number 4, UAVs are booming. Growth in worldwide UAV demand was even stronger. UAV growth is 4 times, 400% greater than commercial aircraft. The majority is for military purpose. How was that prediction? World security, defense. You see it on your border, our borders. It's important. But UAVs are simpler. They're lower cost, larger quantity, easier to produce. They don't carry passengers, less certification costs. Turkey, there's a lot of opportunity here. Number 3, income wealth is changing aerospace. The income gaps drive buying power. It's changing, okay? 4 years ago, poorer countries are becoming wealthier. China, Korea. Some countries are having difficulty. Education, infrastructure, dedicated people. Try to get 60 people to Brazil in the evening. I was in Brazil working in Embraer 3 months ago. Nice people. But at 5 o'clock, 1700, they're done. They won't come to a meeting here tonight to talk about aviation. Okay? So now, Brazil, Russia, France. I said, I don't believe in these countries. I like these countries. I go there. I have business there. I don't put my money there. Okay? Business is smart. Think about this. Money is smart. In UK, you can bet on anything. What's the odds it will rain on Tuesday, March 27th in Nigeria? You can bet. Wow. Guess what? Most football games, the professional bettors are right. They have odds, points, point spread. They're right. People who have no money, they just talk. When we put our money, we have skin on the deal. How many of you ride a bike sometimes in your life? Nice. How many of you fell off the bike? Yes. How many of you left skin on the road? Yes. Congratulations. You have skin on the deal. That's the meaning. You left skin on the road. You learn from that. Okay? The next time, you didn't make that mistake. You made new mistakes. That's how we learn. Okay? You have skin on the deal. When we put our wallet, the more we put, the more skin we have, the more careful we are. Sports bettors betting 1,000 lira, 10,000 lira, they have skin on the deal. They're going to study. They have a higher probability of being right. Okay? We don't want to admit that. We don't like those rich guys. Human nature. We want the poor guy to win. But be careful. Bet your wallet. Okay? Your wallet says, these countries are progressing. These are not. That's what I said 4 years ago. What about the wealthy countries? Okay? Who's increasing wealth? I said USA, Britain, China, Turkey. Ooh. USA? Yes, absolutely. Britain? Brexit? Come on. Look at the numbers. They have Brexit. Don't worry about it. That's emotion. It might not happen. Who knows? It doesn't matter. Okay? China. Come on, yeah. Turkey. Ooh. That's an interesting call 4 years ago. Some things have happened in 4 years. Is Turkey poorer or richer 4 years later? You're richer. Look at it. Look at your GDP. Look at the income. Look at the cars you're driving. Okay? Prices. The currency, that's another issue. It's a problem or an opportunity. It's both. Okay? But you are wealthier. Why does increasing wealth matter to aerospace? Well, let's see. This was my prediction 4 years ago. recent data, 2014. It's changing. Aerospace is a big, big money. I live in California. What's our #1 business in California? Hollywood, right? Oh yeah. All the movies, everywhere you go, American movies, because those movies are real. No, they're not. It's entertainment. It's fun. We sell tickets, right? It's pretend. It's feel good. It makes you feel, it's Hollywood. I live there, okay? Now, Hollywood sells $5 billion of movies export every year. $5 billion. Turkey, that's a lot of money. $5 billion. Do you know what Boeing calls $5 billion? An okay 2 weeks. Seriously. Hollywood exports $5 billion of movies per year. Boeing makes $5 billion of exports every 2 weeks. Okay? Aerospace is much bigger than Hollywood, truly. Who knew that? You do now. So now, let's look. My prediction. How did we do? Brazil. I love Brazil. It's fun. Great vacation spot. China. Oh my goodness, look at those numbers. I said, China will be flat. Today, 6.8% today. France. My mother's French. My DNA, 50% French. I love France. I had an office in Toulouse, Airbus. Sorry, France. That's red, down. South Korea. I said flat. Russia. Turkey. Good, but not great. I said straight, flat. United Kingdom. I said not bad. The trend is good. The future, forecast. USA. Low numbers, but getting better. This was Obama. I never heard of Trump in 2015. Nobody did. He was the apprentice. Number 2. New technologies to leverage. Many new technologies. Who's going to win? I said 4 years ago, ADS-B, automatic dependent surveillance. Now it's mandatory. In-flight video recorders. Yeah, we're not there yet. I was too optimistic. Location transponders and tracking? Yes. Lowercost rotorcraft? Oh yeah, a lot of smaller rotorcraft. Tools and products, a lot more graphics, RTOS. Turkey, you're making your own aviation operating system. TÜBİTAK. Gebze, Ilgin. Okay? Nice. Not then you weren't. Civilian certification applied to military systems. Yes. Military to civilian product. Yeah, there's many similarities. Military to civilian. Cybersecurity. Nobody was doing cybersecurity then. What happened? 2019. 2 weeks ago, EASA. It's mandatory. 2019, you must have cybersecurity capability in place for your avionics. There's some opportunity. We'll talk about that in the next 26 minutes. Trend number 1. Currency valuations affecting Turkey. In impact? This is 4 years ago. The lira was 3.9 to the dollar. Declining lira makes imports more expensive, sorry, but your exports are more desirable. They're cheaper, especially to countries with strong currency. This is a 4-year-old slide. Is it true? Turkey's labor rates are now more competitive. Turkey's service industry, aerospace services. Aero manufacturing is very labor intensive. There's no robots making airplanes. There won't be for a long time. Robots are very useful when we have thousands of things to produce. Okay? Airplane, what do you call an airplane that has 500 copies? Very successful after 10 years. Okay? What do you call a cell phone with 500,000 copies? Gone. Bye-bye, Nokia. Failed. Okay? Robots are great for mass production, not airplanes. Okay. So now, how's my forecast? Let's be honest. Should you believe me? I was close. Not perfect, but close. In America, university, we have grades A, B, C, D, F. My grade, A-. Not perfect. Good forecasts are really tough. It's dangerous. A real forecast, not a fake forecast. The weather in Ankara tomorrow will be between 5 and 20. That's a fake forecast. Okay, that's easy. So, human nature, it's really hard to do this. Now, what about the next 4 years? Let's do it. Here's my predictions. Serdar, will you invite me back in 4 years to check? I think so. He's going to invite me back in 4 years so you can take a picture of this. We'll publish this. I hope I'm close. New predictions. In my opinion, the previous 5 predictions will continue unchanged. That's interesting. Okay? That says the trend will continue. All of those 5 predictions, I really believe, will continue. Now, what about the next one? Okay. This is technical. Serdar asked me, let's do a technical talk. This group is smart, Mensa, highly educated. You know software and hardware. So let's do some technical predictions. Multi-core processing. Okay? Multiple computer processors on the same chip. 5 years ago, we can't use that in aviation. It's illegal, against the law. Our prediction is going to prevail. It'll be common. What's the impact? Turkey, you want to be smart on multi-core and CAS32A. Google, FAA, PDF, CAS32A. How to make good multi-core processing. How to be safe. It's a good time to start porting legacy designs. You'll be better competitive. If you don't do this, Brazil. Okay? If you do this, you will succeed, I promise. Okay? But you need an operating system. Oh, Turkey. You're making your own operating system. You can buy operating systems. Interesting. Multi-core is a secret. Number 14. Reusable software components. Who was here from Havelson who came to training? Ah, nice. Did you hear about this 5 times? Yes. Okay. It's real. Reusable software components. Think about this. Software is getting simpler and smaller, right? No. Software is getting more complex, bigger. We cannot recreate software every time. The secret, Turkey, is Henry Ford, the Model T. Did Henry Ford invent the car? No. The Germans and French did that many years before. What did Henry Ford really invent? Mass production. Doing it efficiently. He won. Everybody else followed. Mass production. Reusable software components. Having components that are made to be reused. Okay? Aviation is old software changed for tomorrow's purpose. Most aviation people, they don't make new software. They take old software, change it, massage it, we say, and make new software. If we have reusable components, it's very efficient, but the component must be designed to be reusable. It's like a house. Someday, I believe we will have house components. Honey, we're having a new baby. New bedroom. Amazon. Bedroom component. Garage component. Kitchen component. Okay? Same with software. We have components for guidance, communications, security, control, takeoff, landing. Why recreate it? So, reusable components. The companies, countries that understand how to reuse this will be the next century's Henry Ford. How do you say Henry Ford in Turkish? Interesting. Nice thought. The impact. There's too much software. We cannot continually recreate. Most software, let's be honest, it performs the same function. Today's new Mercedes, BMW, it performs the same function as 10 years ago, okay? But it looks pretty, it smells pretty, and it costs a pretty penny, okay? Reusable, that's what the car companies do. We need to do that with software. Most software could use RSC, reusable software components. Really, it's the future. So, if you can capitalize on RSCs, leverage it, Turkey, you're in a perfect place. You have a limited number of companies working in the defense, aerospace sector. You don't have to share a Cellsoft, Havelsoft, TAI, Millsoft. But within your companies, create this common core of excellence within each of your companies. You specialize, Millsoft, Cellsoft, Havelsoft, TAI. You focus on those things. That's your brand, okay? Apple, Nike, they don't recreate the tennis shoe, the cell phone each time. Neither should you. Lower cost. Higher quality. Modeling. Now, software modeling is important. In America, 300 years ago, every rifle was custom made. No interchangeability, no compatibility. Special bullets for every rifle. Okay? Then, Remington, Winchester, they were before Henry Ford. Henry Ford copied mass production from Winchester, Remington. Okay? That's how we beat the British. A funny note, Americans hate taxes. Americans, culture, it's a funny thing. How do we do elections in America? It's strange. British. We hated the British taxes. Those British people, 240 years ago, they made big taxes on American tea. 2% was the tax. Americans protested, revolted, threw the tea in the water, and threw out the British. We had a war. Now our tax is 70%. My opinion, bring back the British. Okay? Funny how things change over time, right? Well, back to work, modeling. Software modeling, where we create models, mass production. No custom-made rifles, bullets. Let's have a model of a system that we can port to different aircraft. Cars, autonomous aircraft. Okay. Many years ago, 40 years ago, I was writing software for used aircraft. How to shoot down Russian airplanes. Hey, it's my job. A few years later, I had a new job. How to prevent airplanes collisions. It's the same math. Guidance in a missile, collision avoidance, the same math. It's the same model, just a different purpose. It's software. So that's what we need to consider. Step back. What are the basic functions? What's in common? Software's the differentiator within modeling. Hand coding. If X equals Y, then do Z. That's inefficient, okay? We can't do that a million times. Today's Boeing Airbus has 10 million, 15 million lines of code. Joint Strike Fighter, 25 million. That Mercedes BMW, 50 million. Truly, Google. 50 million lines of code? We can't create that every time. Let's use modeling. Software complexity is too much. Let's consider. Most of us making aviation software are reusing software. We're not creating new software. Let's reuse it. What's the answer? Model-based development. Automated code generation. That's the answer. Okay? 12. EASA is too busy. Turkey, you want to get into the European model. You want to sell product to EASA or certify product with EASA. They're getting busy. So they have a new idea called level of involvement. Let's reduce EASA's level of involvement. If you have a good history, TAI, CellSOC, Havelsock, then let's give you credit for good history, good processes, good training, good framework, good tools, repeatability. Nice. That means you have more opportunity. They're getting more busy, so you can have less EASA involvement. So, what you need to do is emphasize your experience, decades of success, prior successes, good internal development practices, Havelsock, CMI level 3, good job. Increased professionalism, okay? Those things are in your backyard. Fantastic. Number 11, services. Products are sexy. Services are boring. The money's in the services. Boeing predicts in 5 years, the majority of their profits will not come from airplanes, but servicing those airplanes. Ooh. Any of you own a razor blade? Yes, you all do. Ladies, men. They give you the handle free. The handle is the aircraft. The services are the blade. The blade is $2 a blade? It costs 2 cents. That's the profit. Printer cartridges. Get it? That's the product. So, let's think. Products are important, but services have more money. Service revenue is growing faster than product. Turkey, are you going to make a new aircraft to compete with Boeing Airbus? Don't do that. Okay? There's no money in that. Sorry. You got Russia, India, Japan, China. They'll do that. They'll try. They won't succeed. Not all of them. The money's in the services. Boeing services are up 14% last quarter. It's booming. Turkey. Services have a lower entry barrier, higher profit margin. It's obvious. That's the answer. Okay? Number 10, agile. In the old days, agile didn't work. But look, we thought heavy methods, waterfall, this is technical, sorry, waterfall, V model. That's what we need. But no, they're too heavy. That's why they're called heavy methods, too much money. So, agile is unsafe. It's agile. I don't know where you're going. Oh wait. Agile has many good traits. We accept agile today. Turkey, you don't have a history of 40, 50, 60 years waterfall method. But you do have good history. You have agile capabilities. Remember, we accept agile, but not informal agile. Informal agile is hackers. So we need a framework. Okay? So Turkey, you're perfectly positioned for an agile framework that's effective. Number 9, cybersecurity. It's clarifying my previous prediction. Previously, cybersecurity was recommended, but now it's mandatory. 2 weeks ago, EASA says, you must have cybersecurity protocols. You must prove during development, while you're developing the software, hardware, you prevent hackers. Russia, Americans, China, everyone's hacking, truly. So you have to prevent those hackers. Then, while your products are flying, you don't allow hackers. Then, while you maintain, update, you're continuously changing. How many of you have virus protection on your laptop? Nice. How many of you have changed, updated your virus software in the last 3 months? I hope so. The hackers aren't using 3-month-old hacking, okay? So we must update continually. The regular standards for aviation say, build it, it's done. After it's certified, you're done. But not now. Now, with cybersecurity, it's continual. We have new documents, DO 326, 355, 356. They say you must have a dynamic, continuous solution. So Turkey, do you have well-educated people? Bill King, Middle East Technical University, many good universities, yeah. Do you understand viruses, hacking? Sure, truly. Can you focus on cybersecurity, services and products for the world? I think so. So it's very development, operations, and maintenance. Number 8, military. It's merging military, civilian, aviation. It's a trade-off for managing business cycles. You have cost efficiencies. Military and civil are very similar. The standards are converging, okay? Turkey, traditionally, the majority of your aerospace was in military. Cool. High quality, robust, tough environment. Now, civil, certification, more money, more units, but it's similar, okay? We can leverage one into the other. So Turkey, don't think that you're stuck with just military. You're starting to emerge into the European civil agency. You can do the American, China, India, Australia. They need you. Number 7. Okay. Technical. Hardware. FAA, tougher on software. EASA, tougher on hardware. It's an impact. EASA is getting stronger. EASA, the European FAA, European Aviation Safety Agency, FAA for Europe, is getting bigger, stronger, tougher. They're emphasizing hardware, okay? So Turkey, this is good and bad. It's bad because we have to change. It's good because you can change. You have good capability. We have to raise the bar to recognize that EASA is raising the bar. It's not you personally, Germany, Italy, it's everybody. Hardware is becoming more important. EASA has a new rule, AMC 2152A. It's not published yet, but it's done, the draft. It'll be published later this year. So Turkey, if you can be aware of this and compete, it's a good thing. Tougher hardware design development thresholds. Number 6. Where would we be without artificial intelligence, right? 30 years ago, we will have flying cars in 5 years. I promise you, none of my forecasts say flying cars. I'm from Los Angeles. I've seen how you drive in Istanbul. I don't want to be in a flying car in Los Angeles or Istanbul. Okay? It's not going to happen. But this is. Okay? It's a great growth opportunity. Smart people. There's certification risk. Certification says, can everything that could happen be defined? Has it been tested? Ooh. True artificial intelligence. My cappuccino machine in Los Angeles, every morning it turns on at 5 o'clock. I hate alarm clocks, but the smell of nice cappuccino with Turkish coffee, that'll work. Is my cappuccino machine artificially intelligent? It turns on, it must be. 5 o'clock? No. Artificial intelligence, let's go. The same inputs cause different outputs. Oh, it learned. The program changed. That's artificial intelligence. Aviation. Traditionally, we don't like artificial intelligence. It changed. How did I test it? Who made the change? How did it change? Is it safe? So, my prediction, we're going to start on the ground. The ground is not as important. Truly. The aircraft can fly without the ground. So we're going to have modest AI. It'll predict. It will call it predictive AI. Then we'll have deep learning. but not completely deep learning. Models, C++. We limited, okay? We bounded. We're going to have monitors, real-time software monitors, independent, separate processor. A framework limiter. You can learn, but only a little. We'll have determinism, okay? That's going to be the key. It'll start, you will see it in 4 years. It's going to start on the ground, in the air in 5 years. Number 5, ADS-B, automatic dependent surveillance broadcast in and out, from the satellites, from other aircraft. Craft-to-craft communication, video, talking, complete communication. It's there, we have it. Satellite tracking. What happened 3 weeks ago? Elon Musk. The last Iridium satellites were launched, Iridium 2. They have ADS-B receivers in every satellite. Every aircraft, civil aircraft, in the world is now tracked. Plus or minus 3 feet, 1 meter. Okay? We know where everybody is. UAVs will be using ADS-B. Folks, one of my clients is an ADS-B transceiver producer. It's the size of a Turkish lira, the receiver transmitter. It's amazing, okay? Can we put that on small UAVs? Yeah, mandatory. Oh, that will solve the UAV problem in commercial airspace. Oh yeah. Small devices. It's coming. Number 4, the system, aircraft. It's not just about the software and hardware, okay? The importance of the system is increasing. ARP, Aerospace Recommended Practice 4754A, is mandatory, even for military. Okay? The airframer, Boeing, Airbus, TAI, are responsible for the safety assessment across the aircraft. Okay? We have a very special lady in the audience tonight, Ms. Nazan Kozegorbus. She's on the committee. Nazan, can you stand up? Does everybody know Nazan? Well, you do now. I'm surprising her. Thank you for standing up. Nazan's on the committee for the new 4761A, a key committee member. Turkey, you have one of the smartest people on safety assessments for the aircraft in the room, right here. She lives in Ankara. That didn't happen 20 years ago. Nice, okay? It's becoming mandatory throughout the world. Number 3, big data. Whenever you Google something, isn't it funny the next day you get an advertisement for a competitor? Everything is online. Everything's available. Big data is becoming big money. So, a lot more data today. It's growing 50% per year. Real-time processing, passenger, aircraft repair services, data services. We're adding data value and we're monetizing, we're creating money. It's massive opportunity. Most of the applications aren't available today. You'll be there. Number 2. Did you hear the joke about the unemployed aerospace engineer? It's a joke. There is none. Okay? Not really. It's amazing. In 30 years I've been in this industry, 37. This is the best it gets. There's no unemployment. Not enough people. We're increasing the number of graduates. Turkey, you have good schools. Keep growing. Support countries with particularly strong demands. Germany, Italy, UK. It's in your backyard. Look at the exchange rate. What an opportunity, okay? They need engineering. Don't move, okay? Some of my friends are moving out of Turkey. Okay, don't do that. Don't listen to the news, okay? Instead, think, how can I start a company here in Turkey that sells to those countries, that capitalizes on it? It's better. If you move, you're an employee. If you stay, you own the business. The exchange rate is the same. Number one. Last one. My prediction. The Turkish currency is safe. It's not going to go to 8 or 9. It's not going back to 3. Okay? Deal with it. It's going to cause some pain. You're going to force your suppliers, sorry, let's be honest, let's get tough, let's save costs. It's going to force you to be more efficient, okay? But you will have a very good opportunity. In business, we don't like change. I can't predict the future. I want a little stability. Turkey, you haven't had stability for 2 years. My opinion, you do now, okay? It's going to improve a little bit. It'll be good for you, trust me. Finally, you're going to have a price advantage for your Turkish exports, okay? I truly believe that. I think you're in a good position now. Okay, almost done. Last slide. Study the past. It predicts the future. If you have a good business, congratulations. You have competitors. That's the nature of business. Don't worry about your competitors. If you don't have competitors, that's when you should worry. Then you don't have a good business. You don't need perfection. Forget perfection. Turkey, sometimes you're conservative. You want to be the very best. You want to be perfect. Don't. Okay? Just simply be a little better than your competitors. Live for today. Have fun. That's why I love coming here. But keep it up. Plan for tomorrow. Okay? Thanks for having me.